Hey guys, Hafa Adai. Welcome to another week-long look at a full-time gig worker. And in this case, it's going to be my husband and myself. But of course, if you've been following my channel, you'll see that you're pretty much seeing or hearing just me with a little glimpse of my husband now and then. He doesn't like being on video. But if you've also been following my channel, as I just said, you'll see that one of my recent posts was a week-long, we pretty much did Spark majority of that time, going full-time doing Spark. And yes, we still do use the other apps, but majority of the offers that are coming in that we accept are from Spark. So this is going to be Spark Week Part 2, because again, just like in that week, this week we are taking a look again at doing majority, 95% of the offers that we accepted in this week, which is going to be April 1st through April 7th, came from Spark. So the format of this one is going to be slightly different from what I did on the previous videos, which, was a week-long look of how we did. And I don't know why I constantly get tongue-tied, but I guess the thoughts in my head are going faster than my mouth can say it. It happens a lot though, but I'm going to be showing clips throughout the week, actual clips, and some random shots of the offers, the better offers that we accepted from Spark, and talk about some of the things that happened throughout the week. Not just about, the shopping and the curbside pickups and whatnot, but just other little topics. So I do hope that you'll hang in there, keep watching this video to see how we did, and, see what those topics that I just mentioned are going to be about. So buckle up and join me for this week's ride along. All right, back here at Walmart. I'm on another shop and deliver. 18 items, 1 mile for $16. So come and join me while we do a little shopping. There's a substitution, and there is. Once we get to the area, I turned on Spark, of course, and then I also turned on Instacart. And as soon as I did, I ended up getting this alert. Have you ever gotten a safety alert? It was a little bit scary because the safety alert of the location of which was about a shooting that took place. We looked at the address, we looked at where we were driving to, which really we were pulling up to that area, was right there, practically across the street. So we were like, okay, if this is something that recently just happened, as the alert stated, we were like, where's all the cops? We didn't see any hoopla of, for the concern of that safety alert. So we kept looking into it, and it was crazy because that specific incident took place like about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. But yet, because it was the first time we turned on my Instacart, I don't know why they were still sending out the alert. I don't know. Maybe it was because it was in that specific area we were at, which was just across the street from where the incident took place. But by the time we got there, it was like maybe I mean, at least 8 hours after the fact. So I don't know. Have you guys ever gotten a safety alert on your Instacart? Let me know what happened. Drop a comment, because it's interesting to see that, you know, despite how many hours had passed from the incident, they're still sending out that alert. I don't know, it's because maybe they just want you to be aware in case, you know, it was something that was still ongoing. I don't know. Oops. I know sometimes it's the glare. No?
That one's taking no interest in
Okay, so that brings our Saturday shift to an end. Nothing really too interesting stands out, other than, you know, something that my husband has brought up as I keep making a comment about how the zone that we've been working in for Spark, you know, we're making the best money we've had since starting Spark back last year. And yet all the other apps are like, just become the opposite. I mean, I turn on Instacart practically every time, every day. And the offers that come through are just low or just absolutely ridiculous, with high items, high miles, and low pay. So from what we found out recently about where we've been doing Spark work, is that the store that we frequent was actually pretty bad, with people using fake accounts, you know, scammers, bots, whatnot. But some of the drivers in that area, you know, started bringing it to the attention of the Walmart employees, you know, so kudos to you guys. You know who you are. Thank you. And it slowly started to drive away the scammers. But which kind of makes sense, because a couple of months back we did try, you know, in that zone, and it was just as bad with where we live. hardly anything coming through, and what does come through, sucks. And then again here recently, 3 weeks ago, all of a sudden it's booming. What's happening there was how we kind of felt it was, last year in our zone. And then all of a sudden it just did that complete 180 with, little to no offers, and offers coming through just sucked. But so it makes me wonder if they've moved on from doing Spark to maybe Instacart, because Instacart, you can make good money there too. Yes, you're pretty much, they're all shopping orders, but you still can make pretty good money doing Instacart. So I'm curious if that's what they moved on to, because doing Instacart, again, there's little to no security when you go into HEB, because that's majority of where you're doing shopping. HEB, Costco, Sam's, but it's not like Spark when you get in there and they have specific registers for you to use, and so there's no attention really brought to you until you let them know you're an Instacart shopper and you pull out your your card. But so it's just curious. I'm just curious if that's what happened. But question of the day is, did we make and break $200? Yay! Yes, we did. And my husband has still been on a roll. It's just really nice. Yeah, we share a vehicle, but it's really nice when things just plan out the way they do. But when curbside orders come through, of course we choose which one, is better. And I have to say, most of what he gets are the better offers. So I don't know what's going on with that. Even when it comes to shopping, if I get a decent curbside, and then while I'm doing that, he goes to shop, and his would be, pretty good too. So they definitely, and our metrics are about the same. His acceptance rate is only 2% better than mine. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm so happy that, we did make and break our $200 mark. So now, 4 days into this work week, we've done over $800. I think it's close to $900 now. So one more day in this work week, and I do hope that we'll continue this trend and, end the week with another $1,000 week or more. So I just hope that that's what happens for tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, so here is just one of the topics that I wanted to bring up, something that I've brought up in previous videos, whether it was the edited versions or the lives, and or even some of the short videos that I've posted on my YouTube channel. Because, we do a lot of focus on, one app here lately in the past month. It's brought, more attention to the fact, we see a lot more stuff, and it's made a difference, I guess, because you check out different areas, and as a lot of us, especially if you are a gig driver, a lot of us are affected by this situation. And then there are some areas, that thankfully they're not affected, or they're no longer affected. And that was one of the reasons why I was happy to show, how well we're doing, and the money we're actually able to make when you're not facing these issues. But the other thing and the reason why some areas, I guess, are, no longer affected by, scammers and whatnot, is because some of the security measures that some apps are taking. The only downside is, and I've said this before in reference to that it's fantastic that companies, are finally taking ownership and taking measures to reduce, fraud, scammers, whatever. But it's the inconsistency. I've been getting comments. I've been seeing other gig tubers talking about this situation, about that finally, things are being done. Checking of ID, confirming that that you are the driver that's supposed to be there picking up the order, or you are the shopper, that's supposed to be there in the first place, walking out with whether it's one item or, a full cart of groceries or items. But it's the inconsistency. One of the last shorts that I uploaded, I didn't mention this part, but, we talk to associates. Whether they want to admit to it or not, it's hard to say. But, on one end, you get those that are like, really? I didn't know that was going on. To the other side where, yeah, I know about, I've heard about that stuff. I do see some stuff. But yet, again, it's the inconsistency, whether it be in one location, one store, or different zones, whether it's, the different stores within one zone or even the different stores within, multiple zones. Because we visited, we've worked in different zones, and it's the inconsistency. Employees, most of the ones that we've spoken to are aware of issues that drivers face, shoppers, face. But as I just mentioned, some say that they're not aware of it, while others say that they are. But there's nothing that they can do. So I don't know. That's going to be the other driving force to really, take care of this situation with scammers, fraudulent accounts, is to be more consistent, not just within one store, not just within one zone, but nationwide. It's the more that it's implemented everywhere, it's going to make those that want to, that are out there using, fraudulent accounts, that's going to make them think twice about, taking a phone and going to do that curbside pickup or going to do, the shopping order, because, there's ID checks. And I just saw this video recently, yesterday actually, to where they said in their area, not only are they being asked to show an ID, but apparently the update in their location, it's not, we haven't done anything yet today, so we don't know. As the clips that I've shown for this week, was 2 weeks ago. But not only are they asking, but they're using their device to scan the ID. So that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. But again, it's just the consistency. The more that they are consistent, not just in one store, one zone, but multiple zones, but nationwide. They're not just going to move. They're like, oh, okay, that store is now being more consistent on checking IDs. So let's move to this other store, or let's move to this other zone. That's what they're doing. As in that I was talking about in that one clip, that some of these people, or these groups, whoever they are, they're just trying to make their money in some cases, but they're taking they're taking money away from legitimate drivers. And, are they moving on, not just, from different stores or different zones, but onto different apps? Because if they see that other people are making, especially if they're talking to other people, whether it be Instacart, Uber Eats, whatever. I mean, even though I do, hear people talking about, oh, it's across all apps. But, it's some places are, some apps you do make more money over others. So, I mean, I don't know if that's why they targeted, Spark. But there's even Instacart. There's a lot of shopping that gets done with that one there, just like Spark. But, I mean, have they moved on, or are they moving on, or will they move on to other apps and cause issues there? I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, so now let's go on and talk about some fun stuff. So how did we do in the week? As I mentioned at the start of the week, it's Spark Week. So because majority of our focus is on that app between my husband and myself. And let's see, drum roll please. I like doing that. Anyways, so for our did we break and make at least $1,000 as we did in part 1 of Spark Week? And I'm happy to say that we did. We were able to make $1,079. Yay! And with that, with that week, we worked Wednesday through Sunday. We ended up accepting at least, and yes, I'm looking at my notes. We were able to accept at least 52 offers. And we worked about 35 and a half hours. So in that time, we averaged, it was like $20 per offer, and we averaged about $30 an hour. So that's really good, because we started working in a different areas. We used to average anywhere from, 18, on some days, not the week, but, some days we were able to average $25, $26 an hour, but it wasn't consistent. I mean, it was fluctuating, but with the fact that this week and, part 1, we were able to average, more consistently with, $30 or more. We didn't hit the $30 an hour in that first week, but that's okay. When you're looking at it at a week long, it was still just over $27 an hour. So that's pretty good. But with this past week, we were able to hit and stay at the $30 an hour. So that's really good. That's really good. And, it's, as I said, with the whole scare of the Instacart, safety alert, that's, as I mentioned, it was the first time. That's never happened before. So I already said that was a little scary. So if you didn't see that part, you can go ahead and rewind, or, it really is, when you turned on the app, it's something, whether it happened, 20 minutes ago or even 8-9 hours previously to turning on the app. That you get to see, you're getting this alert, safety alert, and especially when it involves shooting, but yet you're not seeing all the cars and all the, craziness that you would think when it is involving a shooting, which my husband actually did come across that, but he didn't get a safety alert. At that time, he was doing Uber Eats. What he came upon was, he was on his way to a restaurant, and there was a shooting that took place, or a stabbing or something like that, and there were a lot of cop cars. There was areas taped off. He couldn't even go into the parking lot where it took place. So again, I believe it was Uber Eats, and no safety alert. So that's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's something. I think it is now updated, because when that with that Uber Eats thing, that was, you know, months ago. So I don't know if Uber Eats has that ability now to send out the safety alerts. If they don't, I really do wish that, you know, and hope that they update it, because that's another safety issue that all apps should have. That if they're going to be sending drivers, you know, to an area for whatever reason, you know, whatever the app may be for, whether you're curbside, you know, you're there to go shop, or you're there, you know, heading to a restaurant for food delivery, or like some of these other apps where you're going to areas to take pictures, like Proxy Pics, I think that one's called. If there was, you know, a big safety incident that took place, you know, shooting, a stabbing, or whatever, I do hope that all apps across the board have that safety measure to be able to send it out, you know, to all the drivers and let them know, hey, if you are in this area, if you're heading to this area, you know, please take note, you know, turn around, reach out to support to drop the order or whatever, so you don't find yourself in that situation, find yourself in that area. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video. I do hope that you stayed through the end, because like in a lot of videos that I tend to do, you know, I offer some little insights from just based off of my experience, based off my husband's experience, and what we've gone through, whether it be with Spark or any of the gig apps. And I'll say this again also, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then don't forget to hit the little bell. So that way you'll be notified when I upload videos, go live, or anything like that with my YouTube channel. And I am over the 300 subscribers, but I do hope that, you know, with every video that I put out, whatever format it may be, that I will get more subscribers, like you guys that are out there currently watching this video right now, and more supporters to my channel, because I always and truly appreciate it. And as always, please stay safe out there. Let's get out there, let's make this money, but make sure we make it home in one piece. So until next time, stay safe. Si Dios masi. Thank you for watching. Adios for now.